Well, it's morning, 5 to 7. I've got breakfast at 7, the early breakfast here at the McDonald Hotel, and then I'll be heading off as soon as I can. They say the earliest checkout is 8 o'clock. Probably don't have enough staff to do breakfast and checkouts. Excuse me. So as soon as I can, 8 o'clock, I'll be heading off up the hill, up the Larrigmore or something it's called, the 14 miles to Fort William. Another West Highland Way done at that point. Well, we'll see if I get there. Very, very tired today. Went to bed tired, woke up tired. Just coming down that hill in the heat yesterday, I think was just got to me. Because I started off perfectly well yesterday, the first half of the walk. So we'll see how it goes. McDonald Hotel, that's okay. I got the budget room, and it's all right. Dinner was a disaster. It was horrible. I mean, it was. I saw people getting burgers, so I went for the veggie burger option because they looked quite good. The burgers and chips, a big plateful, And when mine came, it was as if they forgot the burger. It was supposed to be a vegan burger or veggie burger with barbecue sauce with jackfruit, and I thought, jackfruit burger with barbecue sauce? No, it was just like a sauce on a bun. It was just how they think that people want to eat something like that. I don't know. With some chips, and I didn't even seem to get as many chips or sides as other folk were getting who weren't vegetarian. So I think they need to improve their vegetarian menus around here. Cause it's not great for vegetarians, I have to say. Very little choice. Then I had a couple of beers and watched the football. That was good. And I bumped into the lady Carol that I met back at St Fillan's in Tyndrum. She was here with her pal Liam, or it might be her man, I don't know, but she was here with her Liam anyway. So I had quite a few words with her. I catch up. She had completed yesterday and then come back to Kinlochleven just to meet up with him. So that was good. Haven't seen too many other people that I've seen along the way though. I've seen the 3 young kids who were at Glencoe. They're staying here. They might be camping. I'm not sure. But although the big group of women I haven't seen, and some of the other folk just seem to have gone by the wayside. Not surprising given the heat. I think the heat has really played a big part in this trip, so maybe May is a better time to go. The midges are absolutely awful. Last night, even in the bar, the midges were terrible. So maybe this time of year, late June, early July, isn't the best time to go. Maybe that's why it's not so busy. So take your chances with the weather in May. I've certainly had good weather, and I think today it's going to be mostly dry by the looks of it. It's looking a wee bit cloudy, but not too bad. Hopefully a bit cooler. That's all I can hope for. Well, 7:25 and I've had my breakfast. A good breakfast as well. A veggie breakfast they did. Though they called it a veggie Highland feast because the meat one's called a Highland feast. The only thing I would say is they shouldn't call it a feast because it was a standard veggie cooked breakfast. I wonder if the meat one's a bit more though, because usually you find that. I think places tend to think that vegetarians are women, and so the portions are smaller. Or maybe teenage lassies going through a phase or something like that. No gnarly old men in their 50s. So to call it a Highland feast was a bit much. But I was served by a very kind and considerate lady who made sure I got my breakfast before the big group of French folk that were in there, whose orders were bound to get all mixed up somehow, so that was good. But now I've got half an hour really before I can check out. The lassies that were at Glencoe just checked out because they were in a cabin and they can just dump their key in the wee letterbox at the front, but being in the hotel I've got to wait till 8 o'clock, which is daft. So other folk can head out early if they want, but I've got to wait. So there we are. It's a nice view anyway, lovely spot I've got here. It's a wee budget room, the McDonald Hotel. So time to go, final check, done, and my pack's away in the baggage pickup, so that's done as well. My face is all red at the top, and with the grey beard coming through it's kind of white at the bottom, so I'm going to book something that's red at the top and white at the bottom, I don't know what. Just waiting to check out. Yeah, it did. The beds were fairly springy, so comfortable sleep anyway. Right, just after 8, that's me checked out. It seemed a pointless wait. Other folk could just put their key in the cabin letterbox, and I think I probably could have just done the same, because all I did was hand the key in and she says, "Alright, thanks," and that was it. So gets me away from there, and if you're coming from McDonald, you got this wee path on the left there. Of course, if you're coming from the town the other way, with that lassie with the dogs coming, you'd walk right down here, good few hundred yards, 500 yards or something from the town there, and cross over here. And there we are. Now, the first thing we're presented with, if I remember right, is a long slog up a hill. So it's not exactly what you want. Your last day is immediately being hit with a hill to go up, but whoever built this way was having a laugh. Oh. But I think this walk is fairly pleasant for most of the way until you hit Fort William. That's always the rotten bit, because then you've got a long walk along the road into the town, and it's along a kind of the main road, and you're sort of in the town if you like, but not in the town centre, and all the wilderness is behind you at that point. So, but luckily we've got some good walking before then. There's the hill starting. Just found a pair of wireless earphones lying on the ground there. I'm wondering if they belong to one of those lassies that set off about half an hour before me. So I picked them up, stuck them in my pack just in case. If I catch up with them, I'll offer them. But they might be quite dear. It's easy to lose things. Feeling not quite as tired as before, feeling a bit better. I think I just need to get a couple of things off my mind, if you know what I mean. But free and easy now. Having taken care of business, I can take care of business. And up this hill. Just up here the road splits. It'd be quite easy just to trek away up that hill without noticing. There's a West Highland Way marker here. So it must be this way. Oh, that could be a sore one if you do the wrong thing. Bye bye, Kinlochleven, River Leven, Lochleven. Oh, there's the pipes. The burst's still going. That's been going for years. Just a viewpoint up the hill. Found a staff by the side of the road. I think it's maybe one somebody's been using, but then there's a wee bit of bits poking out there which can't be helpful. There we go. Maybe it's slightly more natural than I'm assuming, but it's very straight. I'll walk along with that for a wee while. A wee cromac. Let's tack I with my cromac to the road. The farcoolins are pulling me away. And by Tumwan Lochabaran, Branach I will go. It's amazing how people just sometimes abandon things. A vinegar bottle, a battery. I've seen a broken plastic thing. I think the battery and the plastic thing were connected. At some point maybe somebody's torch is broken. Maybe it's a bike that's come off right enough. They didn't know, but it doesn't take much surely just to pick up your rubbish. Masks, even up here. Tissues mainly though, lots and lots of tissues, which might just be mistakes, but sometimes corn plasters and stuff like that. But they must know they're just leaving it behind. Townies, people without respect for the environment, no respect at all. A big group of French people last night were in the bar and walked out the bar door without closing it behind them, letting all the midges in. No respect, no respect. Je ne sais quoi. What can you say? Je ne sais quoi. We're up the hill and now it's just a long trek round a bit through the hills here. I think they might be Mamors. Mammaries, which are child mountains of Ben Nevis itself. Mountains have parents and children. So you get a range of mountains with a parent, and then the other ones that come off are, I'm not quite sure how they're grouped. There must be some geological reason that one's a parent, the rest are children. But I don't know what it is. Gorge. Gorgeous gorge. I wonder how George is doing this morning. He was a bit sore yesterday. Text in a wee while and ask. I haven't heard back from Callum, my son. I text him, you don't hear anything back for days sometimes. Let me give him a call. He had his jag a couple of days ago, so see if he's okay. I don't know which one of his Pfizer he got, he said. Don't hear people getting ill with Pfizer ones so much as the AstraZeneca. This long glen is called the Larrig Moor. See in the map. Moor. We must be, well, I must be about 83 miles, I reckon. Don't think I'm at 84. Along the old military road. When we get to the Larrig Moor ruin here, that's 85 miles. So no. That's looking at the wee cromac I picked up. I've just been using it as a heavy side, upwards just naturally. But somebody has been using it before, I can see, because that's all stamped down, so they must have been using it the other way up to come up the hill down there, and then they've abandoned it at the top. So this end was what they were holding. It's dumped in now because I've been using it, but I think that's more natural. Feels more balanced. The only thing is with the balance of the stick, if you want to stop and you put it under your arm, this bit twists towards your face kind of naturally, so you could poke your eye out. There's somebody's eye out with that, so it would need a cover or something, but it's quite a good, fairly lightweight for walking along. And I would walk 500 miles, and I would walk 500 more, just to be the man that walked the West Highland Way and more. Da 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 da. 85 miles. See you later. That's 85 miles to here, so 11 to go officially. It's a great day for it, much cooler. I asked them if the earphones belong to them, and a couple of boys there as well, and they both checked and they've got all their things, so oh well. Don't know if I said the earphones had a wee stone stuck to them. At first I thought it was the gubbins of the earphone that had come out, and that's why somebody chucked them, but no, the wee stone must have had iron in it. It was stuck to the magnetic bit of the earphones. That was quite funny, I thought. Just small things that are amusing me now. Perfect day for walking. Perfect. This really is a good section. Down the Larrig Moor. That was nice. Past a couple of nice ladies, just a wee bit older than myself, I would say. I walked along for a couple of minutes with them, exchanging stories, so that was good. Good to get a wee chat with somebody of an age to chat to. As you can talk to the teenagers and the youngins, but just a different kind of mindset maybe, or something, I don't know. Good to get somebody of an age. 2 or 3 more folk in front there. Okay, we're going to be finished quite early today. This is a real good section though, I think everybody's enjoying it. Although the women said there, I'm just glad it's nearly over, my feet are glad it's nearly over, but it's just got the end of the holiday feeling to it, so I just want to go home. So even though they're enjoying the walk and they have enjoyed it, I think there is that kind of, it's the end of the holiday and you do just want to go home. And a couple of women there who are part of the same party as the first 2 I was talking to, and there's another 2 ahead, party of 6. But they were all saying they're finding that they're really struggling there and their feet are sore and they want to go home. But yesterday was their hardest. The Devil's Staircase seemed to be the bit that they found the most difficult. They said the loch was fairly easy, they would do that all day. And the opposite for me, the loch was hard going, but I enjoyed it, to be fair, because I split it in 2. The bit just beyond the loch up to Inverness, and this is good. The Devil's Staircase was nothing, it was alright. Funny Hill was harder. But it's funny how people hit the wall at different times. I suppose yesterday I did a wee bit coming down towards Kinlochleven. That's a long road and downhill, and I was alright to start with. At one point I just got tired out, I don't know why. Heat. Whereas today it's a lot cooler. Great breeze blowing right through the glen. No, I'm tripping on nature, being outdoors. That's happy Kenwolves. That's what it is. Just looking back up the Larigmore, the way I've come. If you're doing this and doing it in May, just watch what week you come, because the last time we were here, this section with the motorbike trials on out of Fort William, and the bikes were tearing up and down this road here. You had to jump out the road and let them past. So watch out for that. Of course, it was actually quite interesting to see as well. It ruined the peace and the stillness and everything, but it was a bit of fun. So you choose which week. Moses went walking with a staff of wood. Yeah, 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 yeah. Newton got creamed by the apple good. Yeah, 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 yeah. Egypt was troubled by the horrible asp. Yeah, 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 yeah. Mr. Charles Darwin had the gall to ask. Yeah, 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 yeah. Andy, did you hear about this one? Tell me how you locked in a punch. Andy, how you goofing on Elvis? Hey baby, are we losing touch? If you believe they put a man on the moon, man on the moon. If you believe there's nothing up their sleeve, nothing to screw. Just sing a wee song to yourself to help you through. It's sunny out now. Well, I asked everybody about the earphones. Nobody seems to claim them. They want to claim them, so don't know what to do. Maybe they're broken. Somebody did just dump them there. If they're intact, I'll probably just drop them into a charity shop. I must have come about another couple of miles maybe. So 87ish I would think. I'll have to check the map actually to see if I don't poke my ear out with the staff. Larigmore. There's a sheep's leg bone back there with the hoof still attached and a bit of wool still on it and all that. Doubt it must have been had by the horrible beast of Larigmore last night for his dinner. Got to watch out for it. It's always wise to carry a wee you've got crommock with you. Larigmore, the trees, so 86 to 87 miles I would say. Aye, 86 to 87 miles. That's good going. 10:35 of a morning, so it's about 2.5 hours. All good. Battler in Kinlochleven, you are here. That makes it look closer. Somebody's written on it, never trust a Campbell or a MacLeod, murdering traitorous scum. Easy boy. he's coming. Yeah, 87 miles. Just at the start of the trees where I am now. Just there. So, found a rock for some shelter from the wind and a wee tree stump just to sit on. I can air my feet. The two boys walked away past there. They've got trail shoes on, not so much boots, which are ideal I think for most of the West Highland Way and the dry weather certainly. I suppose if you get the trail shoes, they just look like trainers, and then maybe gaiters if it's wet weather. Just for muddy bits, you'll be fine. People wear boots that are too hard and end up with blisters and sore feet. Toes impacting in the front as well. You've got to get shoes that are maybe a size too big. Every now and again there's these wee pink flags. I don't know if you can see that in the video. Must be for people maybe who are running it or doing some kind of sporting event. You saw the trees as well are tied with ribbons, bright ribbons around the trees at Kinlochleven. I'm thinking maybe if people are running at night or taking their bikes or something, then these things will be luminous, so they'll be able to see them and make sure they're on the right path. That must be the trail there winding up the hill down there through the trees. Well, that's it. Leaving that kind of glen to see what the notice up here says. Took a wee couple of minutes there just to get some Vaseline on the old feet. It's amazing just what even just a minute in the air can do for your feet. Because that suspect Veruca that I thought I had at the start, was feeling pretty sore there. So I just stopped for a minute or two and it seems to have helped an awful lot. Maybe it's no Veruca, I don't know. You've just come through the Larrigmore, the big pass. This is a route used since the time of the cattle drovers. West Highland Way skirts by Glen Ciachnish. And down into Fort William. Very good. That way. Livestock down there, so we're way up here. Aye, so that's a pro tip. If your feet are getting sore, when it's obviously kind of normal sore, if you like, that you get maybe walking along for a distance, but if they're getting too sore, just stop. It's amazing how sometimes you think, oh, I've got to press on a wee bit further and then I'll stop. No, because that's when you'll get foot problems. So the best thing to do is just stop for a couple of minutes, air your feet out, and it is amazing how much that will do to help prevent any problems. I think the Vaseline and Abby's tape help as well. So that's a good few pro tips. I should think to summarise all this. All the trees have been felled. It's a wee forest in the map, but half or more of it's gone. Like pine trees. Some of them might have been with storms, but most of them are been cleanly felled, so must be for the timber. Another pro tip about feet, and any aches and pains actually, my sore back or my feet and other bits and pieces as well, is sometimes you just got to put up with the pain And sometimes the way to get by the pain and make it go away is to actually forget about it. Because if your mind is on it, then it's going to be sort of self-actualising in a way. So, pro tip, force your mind to think of something else rather than any aches and pains you have. So, just tell your body, this is the task ahead of us. We've got to do it. So, that's it. And leave it at that. Your body will sort its own self. It will sort its own way. You'll find a lot of the aches and pains you have, you're not thinking about them at all. They just resolve themselves. So, leave it to God. Leave it to nature. Leave it to your own body to heal itself. And leave it to Paddy McGinty's goat. Let's leave the rest to Providence and Paddy McGinty's goat. That's another pro tip. Oh, just realised, a bit nervous. Suddenly, you can see the Ben. A big lump of a thing. Grand mountain. Ben Nevis is the highest mountain in Britain, British Isles. 4,000 and something feet. I can't remember. I should know because it's stuck to my fridge door, a magnet. It's about 4,367 or something like that. Anyway, I won't be going up it. I'll resist the temptation. Try and get another viewer in here. Gone away, gone away, gone away, gone away. There's a path going all the way up the side there. Is that not just magnificent? I'll bring a tear to your eye. West Highland Way, West Highland Way. Must know something, don't say nothing. It just keeps going, keeps on going along. Folks like me, we sweat and strain. Bodies all aching and racked with pain. Tote that backpack. What's that smell? He gets a wee bit drunk, and the next day's hell. I get wearied and sick, oh, trying, sick, oh, walking. Tired of hiking, scared of stopping. But old West Highland Way, it just keeps going along the way. You hear the song. Folk can all hike the West Highland Way. Folk can all hike. While the couch potatoes play. We get no rest from dawn to sunset. Get no rest till Fort Williams. See, keep yourself going. These silly songs. That's about a year ago I did. Went up Ben Nevis. Wow, doesn't seem like it. nearly a year. Tempest fugit. Tempest fugit. So I just come up there along this kind of track, forestry track. I reckon that's that 93 mile point. I think. Oh. I'm not sure if the staff has really been a help to me or a hindrance. Maybe it's a wee bit of help, just because it's a distraction. That's what it really is, it's just an affectation really. Showing off. Look at me walking about with a staff made of rough hewn wood. Now, down here we should get nice views of the Ben as well. This is the road that curves down and goes way down to the Fort William Road, and then it's rubbish just along the town. But that's it done. There's the Ben coming into view. Oh, stomach's rumbling. And back into midgie and clegg territory, and all sorts of flies that like your salty sweat. There's the track up Ben Nevis, twists and turns a wee bit, it goes away up there to that gully of Bialach. There's a wee locking up there, and if you go right over it, that's the track. Go straight over, it's the track that takes you up to the Canmore Jarry Garret round the back of the mountain. You can go up that way, which I intend to do at some point on a nice day though, not a bad day. But the touristy track turns to the right and goes away up. Easier road, it's just a big slog, set of steps right up to the top. Dunderdale Fort. Fire destroyed the fort. Intense heat melted the rock, a process known as vitrification. Maybe next time I'm in Fort William I'll go and look. Unless, how far away is it? Beyond these trees on top of the hill. It's probably not very high. Have a wee look. Well, that was a higher climb than I expected. It's West Highland Way down there. A wee track that runs up to the forest track. It's all the way down there. Oh, that's the way I came. So this is Dunderdale Fort. You can see there's a hollow in the middle. There's been fortifications all the way around here. The rocks are kind of buried in the ground, so you can't really see too much except the view. Ben Nevis, away up. There'll be a Glen Nevis there. The river. Now here we'll probably see Fort William. So if you're in no hurry at the end of the West Highland Way, you can take a wee trip up here, get a good view. If you don't feel like going up all the way up Ben Nevis, it's a steeper wee climb than I thought it would be, but hey, when you've got to this point you're hardy. Or hardy now. Hardy. Rough hewn, like the staff I've got. Hardy, rough hewn folk. Maybe no near as hard as the folk that used to live here. Wow. Great view. Don't see an awful lot of folk going up the bay or coming down actually. There's a few I can see, but it's not the usual stream that you'd expect. This is Saturday, isn't it? Wonder why. What time is it? 12:25. It's not that busy. That's strange. And that's the ring at the top, Dunderdale Fort. Legend has it if you walk around it 3 times, then you'll be transported back in time, like Outlander. That's a legend I just made up there. But still, you never know. You never know. I'm just thinking how it would be so much nicer if the West Highland Way followed the river. The finish rather than just this road, which goes down to the road. Along the banks of the river would be much nicer, more appropriate. Had the most amazing experience there. There was a wee fawn in the edge of the woods, standing looking at me, really, really close, mustn't be 10 feet away. I thought the phone was recording, it wasn't, so I missed it, but it was just beautiful. Right, this is the worst bit of the West Highland Way. No matter how hard the other bits are, this is just rotten. Walking along this road, what a terrible way to end it. As I say, I think they could have maybe made it along the river or something. I don't know why they've got it like this. 1.9 mile to go, just when you turn off the hill track. The boy that was sitting there was telling me 1.9 mile of this and then up through the town. Rotten. But things mun be some way, so just have to get it done. That's the car park over there where you'd start your climb of Ben Nevis. Looks like a few folk maybe have just come back or setting out. Car park's always busy. Ben Nevis Visitor Centre. The original end of the West Highland Way is here, but they've moved it up the high street so you walk through all the shops. Come inside to purchase your certificate. So the fellas were right, I think, so it's about a mile when you can do off the hill to the official end, the old official end. The old end, then past the railway station here to the town. And this is the other 0.9 of a mile up to the high street, to the end of it. And that'll be the end of the way. Hey, hey. The official end of the West Highland Way. Good stuff. First time I've had any rain is when I'm leaving Fort William. Just waiting for the train. was going to stay here tonight till I saw my room. It was horrid. So, I feel better just going home anyway. It's the West Highland Way. Walked along there. This is the way out of Tyndrum to Bridge of Orchy. Saw a fella back there just walking, all covered up. Raincoat, rain shield over his backpack.